So today we're going to talk about Cyprus. Now, as someone who has lived in Cyprus for about 3 years, I believe that I am qualified to advise whoever wants to move to Cyprus, or even if you don't know anything about Cyprus, the tips I'm going to give would help. Cyprus is one of the easiest countries to move to in the world right now. It has been like that for years, and it would be a smart move for a lot of people to consider moving to Cyprus, being that it is difficult to get visas in a couple of European countries now. As you can see with Poland visa issues, it would be a smart move for a lot of people. But then before you consider moving to Cyprus, I would like you to watch this video to the end, because it's going to be super helpful. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you what most agents will not tell you about moving to Cyprus. So if you're a student or a hustler and you're planning to move to Cyprus, then consider watching this video to the end. But before then, we'll see you after the break. Before I go into detail and share some of my experiences with you, I would like us to look at the country Cyprus. Now, Cyprus is a country that is close to Turkey and a bit close to Greece. And Cyprus is divided into two parts. We have the northern part of Cyprus and we have the Greek part of Cyprus. The northern part of Cyprus speaks Turkish and the Greek side speaks Greek. I happened to live in the northern part, which is the non-European part, which means that the southern part or the Greek side of Cyprus is the European side. And amazingly, as I have learned, or as I heard, the northern part of Cyprus is not even on the map. So when you go to the map, you will see Cyprus, and that part of Cyprus you see is the European part. If you are a student and you move to Cyprus to study, basically we don't know which country you studied, because if you're kind of selecting from the drop down, let's say you're applying for admission to university in Canada online, and you need to choose the country where you did your bachelor's degree, for example, you won't find northern part of Cyprus. You only see the southern part of Cyprus, which makes the country non-existent on the map. So now this is a problem. Now there's somebody I know who kind of finished her studies in Cyprus, and she wanted to come to Poland to study. And as it is for Poland, if you want to come to study in Poland, you need to legalize your result. So if you're coming to study your master's, you need to legalize your bachelor's degree in the country where you got it. For some countries, they don't need legalization. What they need is apostille. Now, she went to the Polish embassy in Turkey because she used to live in Turkey, and she wanted to legalize it there. And they said that she has to go to Cyprus to legalize it. And the thing is that in Cyprus, they don't have a Polish embassy there. So you see, it's a problem. How would you feel after spending years studying and you're not able to use that certificate to study at particular universities or at certain universities? All due to the fact that the country doesn't have a diplomatic representation that is able to legalize that document, or the fact that it's not on the map, so you're not able to select it from the drop down when you're making your online applications. So it's a problem. So for me at that time, before I left for Cyprus, I didn't really know much about Cyprus. I didn't even know that there's the northern part and there is the southern part. All I remember is that Cyprus is in the Bible. So I went to Cyprus without knowing much about the country, all putting my mind on the information that the agent gave us, which weren't really correct. They are not really exactly correct, because the agent told us that when we go to Cyprus, we can study and work. But when we went there, it was something else. It's not really easy for you to get a job that you'll be able to study and do at the same time. It's not really easy. It's not easy to find a job in Cyprus. So don't listen to agents that will tell you that jobs in Cyprus are guaranteed. To be quite honest with you, Cyprus was like prison. I remember I wanted to go to other countries. I had Austria in mind. I had Poland in mind. Then one day my agent told me that I've gotten admission. And when I saw my admission letter, they wrote something like North Cyprus. I was kind of happy that I was moving abroad. I asked the main agent, why didn't he process Poland for me? He told me that Poland had a problem at that time. So anyway, I went to Cyprus, and after I left the airport, that was when I even started noticing about how horrible it is in that place. Kind of like I saw some kind of like tanks on top of roofs. There were just plenty of them, and I was like, what kind of country is this? And when I went to get a house, they told me that they pay house rent in pounds. Wow. And you know, guess what? When you work in Cyprus, in North Cyprus, they're going to pay you in Turkish lira. Then you pay house rent in pounds, and that time we were paying our school fees in euros. So it was really kind of horrible. Like, it was